So I've wanted to have a smart lock installed on my house ever since I moved in. I've been away quite a bit, and it'd be really handy if I was able to give other people codes, temporary codes, permanent codes, all that kind of stuff whenever I need to so that they can have access to my house. Makes things a little bit easier. I don't have to carry keys on me all the time. I really do like the added convenience. And I did look at quite a few options. I looked at Akara's options, I looked at Yale's options, looked at Schlage's options. I'm probably going to mispronounce Schlage quite a bit in this video. I'll probably call it Schlage at some point, or Schlage, or something throughout this, but looked at a lot of options. And finally, I ended up deciding on the Schlage Connect deadbolt smart lock. I just got the lock. I didn't get the handle or anything. I'm just going to continue using my existing handle for now. And there's a lot of reasons I ended up picking this thing up. I did actually buy one of the Akara locks originally, and then having the lock plus the hub just ended up costing way too much money. I was able to buy this lock for cheaper than just the Akara lock alone, minus the $200 extra that was required for the hub. This ended up costing me 180 bucks before tax. I bought it quite a long time ago. It's been waiting a long time for me to get the work done. But yeah, go ahead, get this unboxed, and then we'll go ahead and install the door. All right, so let's get this thing open. We have our quick start guide. We have a questions situation there, and then we have the actual lock itself. So here we are with the actual lock. So this is the Sentry design. And I mean, really heavy, really nicely built from what I can feel so far. Fingerprints don't seem to be overly present when I touch here, so that's good. I was originally planning to rekey my whole house to all be the same keys, but unfortunately, this is obviously a Schlage keyway, and the rest of my house is on a different keyway, so I was not able to do that. Maybe at some time in the future, I will change the cylinders on the rest of my house to all be Schlage, and then I'll match them. We will see. So there's the lock body, and here is the back unit. So this is the part that goes inside the door. So we got that going for us. Feels pretty good. We got a button on the back here. I assume that's for pairing and stuff. We will find out. I don't know anything about this. Looks pretty good to me. We go ahead and get the insert in. Got that. And then we have some included batteries, which is nice, and the hardware. And then the key, I already actually removed it from this package because I got a few extra keys made as well. So yeah, pretty simple unboxing. Let's go ahead and get this thing installed into my door. So got the old lock out, and unfortunately my old lock door hole is too small for this to go in. So I have to end up re-drilling it out using a door hole drill for the lock. So I just gotta make it a little bit larger so that I can get this guy through there. And yeah, we'll be back when that's done. All right, so we got the hole drilled. I got everything lined up nicely. I was a little bit afraid that my alignment wouldn't be good because these drill kits are not really made for making a hole bigger. At least the Milwaukee one isn't. But I was able to get everything done, get it all lined up nice. Now we just got to finish the install and clean up this huge mess. All right, we've got the lock all installed. I still have to clean up a little bit. It's a little dusty, but we got it going. And one of the default codes, we're all good to go. So now that we've got everything set up, it's easiest for me to do this on mobile. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and hop into Z-Wave through Home Assistant. If you don't know how to get this integrated, I will leave a link down below that'll walk you through how to get this going. We're going to go ahead and go to Add Device. We're going to press our button here, get it into pairing mode, and hopefully our Z-Wave controller gets that. Now I just got to put in my pin, and hopefully we get it added without any issues. There we go. Going through a very strict interview process right now. It's mainly just confirming the security settings, including that pin that we put in, and a few other things as well. Our device is all added without any issues. I had to do this a couple times to get it working properly, but we're good now. We're gonna hop back into Home Assistant and get the lock added. All right, so we're back in Home Assistant. Now we're gonna go ahead and just look at the device, add maybe some configurations, take a look at it. If we go back to devices and services, Z-Wave, figure, devices, and then we'll see our touchscreen deadbolt Z-Wave Plus. Now that we're in here, we can see our controls that we can add to our dashboard if we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We'll do they have, what kind of cards they got? Button. And we'll just do the default card for now. My dashboard's a mess, so it doesn't really matter too much. We'll go ahead and add the sensors. Do the same thing. And we have a lot of stuff here. So we have the sensors. We can see the current status of the door, the intrusion status. So if it's safe or unsafe. I can, if the keypad is temporarily disabled or not. We can currently see that it's open. I can lock it from here. And there are two other entities of the alarm level and alarm type that I can go ahead and add there if I want, but the entities are disabled. Now we can also see some diagnostics. We can see our battery level, our last seen, if the lock is jammed, just the node status in general. It'll tell us once we have to replace the batteries. So that's pretty cool. And they have 12 other ones as well that are currently disabled. So we do get a lot of information. And if we go back to our very messy dashboard here, we have our touchscreen deadbolt Z-Wave Plus. If we want to, we can go ahead and edit. Grab this one, we can edit it, and we can change the name to just front door lock. And save that. So now it'll just say front door lock. And then we have all of the stuff over here. And unfortunately, again, I haven't really customized my dashboard. I've found it pretty daunting to do, so I haven't done all that yet. But I've got it all added at least, so that once I go ahead and customize all this stuff, it'll be a lot easier. Let's go ahead and update this one to be front door lock as well. And we're good to go. So I want to go ahead and set up an automation. I want to see if this works. Unifi recently added fingerprint support for the G4 Doorbell that I have. And I got the least expensive Schlage lock that does not have fingerprint enabled on it. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead and get my Unifi fingerprint to unlock my front door. So we're going to go ahead and create a new automation. We're going to go create automation, create a new automation. We're going to add our trigger. We're going to go to other triggers, and we're going to go to webhook. And then we're going to go then do. We're going to go to device. We're going to find our lock. We're going to do unlock, and we're going to save this. Unlock front door. So now I'm going to go ahead and in Unifi, go to protect. I'm going to go to my alarm manager. We're going to go ahead and create a new alarm. Our trigger is going to be an activity, and we're going to do fingerprint scan, and we're going to do me. In our target, we're going to do front door. And then in our action, we're going to do our webhook. We're going to do custom webhook. And then we're going to put in our IP address for Home Assistant, including the port number and that webhook ID that we had as well. So it's going to end up looking like this. It's going to have your Home Assistant IP /API/webhook, and then the webhook code. You're going to go ahead and do advanced settings, and then you're going to do post. And then you're going to go ahead and we're going to save this. So let's call this door lock. We're going to create that. All right, so if I go ahead and do my fingerprint, it takes a second. There we go. Our front door is unlocked. So overall, I've been really happy with the Schlage lock so far. Adding that little extra with the Unifi system is amazing because this is the cheapest Schlage lock. It does not have a ton of features. And having the ability to use my fingerprint on another device that I have at my front door to unlock this thing really adds a lot of functionality to it. You don't have to buy the more expensive things to get those features if you have other things that have those stuff already built into it, like the fingerprint sensor, which I'm really happy about. I've been using the lock quite a bit now for the last couple of weeks. I'm filming this part quite a bit later. And overall, I'm really happy with it. My dad has been using the lock when he came up here while I was away, when I was down in the city. Um, Things have been good. Overall, really happy with the build quality. Now, my only downside about this lock so far is the noise. It is a very, very loud lock. And, I'm not using it all that often, so it's not a big deal. And it's not like I'm trying to keep super quiet, so it's not the end of the world. But I do wish that it was a little bit quieter. I also wish that the motor was just a little bit stronger, because it does seem to struggle just a little bit if the fitment isn't super perfect, which it doesn't seem to be perfect on my door. So those are the only two things that I don't like about it. But other than that, I think this has been a really good choice. Overall, build quality is great. Everything is really, really good so far. I'm pretty happy with it. And with all that said, I'm really curious what you guys think about the lock. Were you guys looking at this lock? I couldn't find any comparisons of the Schlage Connect to the Akara, for example. They do end up being a very different price point, because the Akara requires the hub to work properly with things like Z-Wave and Home Assistant. Um, but yeah, are you guys looking to buy locks? Are you interested in locks? Have you been looking at the Connect? Have you been looking at the Akara? Have you been looking at Yale? What have you been looking at? I'm really curious. Let me know down in the comment section below. And to wrap things up, I really do hope you found this video helpful. And if not, I at least hope you found it interesting. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you like, subscribe. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or feedback, you can leave those down in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to get to them all as quickly as I can. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. A big thanks to you for watching the end of this video. If you want to see any of the other videos that I'm going to be doing on smart home stuff within my house, you can go ahead and check out the playlist right up here. And as always, stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.